drag queen binash dahil sa kanyang panggagaya kay Jesus sa kanyang performance?
Ang babastos, yan ang reaksyon ng Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines.
Pero git ng nasabing artist, hindi siya magsosorry.
To be honest, I don't owe anyone an explanation for doing drag for art, but
ay kapag may mga bagay na nakaka-offend sa inyo, offend na offend kayo and you want explanation. Pero kapag kayo gumagawa ng mga bagay na ganito, you want people to be tolerant.
as a Catholic, somewhat being made to feel that I don't really belong.
And now you're playing victim. Nagkamali ka bilang tao and the least thing you can do is to admit your fault.
Kasi parang it also is invalidating my experience.
And please, don't demand for respect if you yourself don't respect the belief of others.
So this is why my way of healing the hurt that I've experienced
You don't want acceptance.
You want war.
made me feel like it was kind of worship for me.
God bless.
Yo, what's up? This is Real Talk Darbs, ang pambansang issue analyzer ng Pilipinas, wherein I'm trying to influence you how to think critically about sa mga recent issues ngayon dito sa Pilipinas. And today, we're gonna be talking about another viral issue patungkol sa isang drag queen who portrayed herself as Jesus in one of her acts. Anong mararamdaman mo kung ginamit sa ganitong paraan ang imahe ni Jesus? Is this an expression of art or a blasphemous act? Or sadyang hindi pa talaga handa ang karamihan sa ganitong paraan to express our religious beliefs? And of course, what are the things that we may be able to learn from this kind of situation? Let's find out. First, let me give you a brief context. Sa mga hindi nakakakilala kay Pura Luca Vega, she is a Filipino drag performer and one of the contestants of the first season of Drag Den.
You know that you are definitely good enough.
Drag Den is a local adaptation of RuPaul's Drag Race, and it was hosted by Manila Luzon, an alum of RuPaul's Drag Race who finished as the runner-up of the third season. According to the research, her drag name Pura came from an alias her friends gave her when her femininity was being made fun of. And it was coincidentally the name of Queen of the Manila Carnival, Pura Villanueva Calao. Meanwhile, Luca was a name she enjoys hearing, as saying it twice is a pun on a Filipino word for a crazy person. Vega, on the other hand, comes from an American singer, Suzanne Vega, who released the song titled Luca. Also, siya ang first bearded Filipino drag queen to appear on a televised drag competition dito sa Pilipinas. Last Monday, July 10, pinost ng Filipino drag queen na si Pura Luca Vega ang kanyang naging performance with a caption, "Thank you for coming to church." But before diving into the issue, let's define ano nga ba ang drag. According to CBS News Minnesota, drag is an art of dressing and acting exaggeratedly as another gender, usually for entertainment such as comedy, singing, dancing, and lip-syncing, or all of the above. Going back, this video is a 39-second clip kung saan mapapanood si Pura Luca Vega na pinuportray ang imahe ni Jesus from his look, costume, wardrobe, and the music that he is singing. Dito, maririnig na kinakanta niya ang Ama Namin. Bukod dito, kumalat pa ang isang closer video ni Pura Luca Vega kung saan makikita siya na super nag-e-enjoy sa kanyang pagkanta. Sabi pa ng host sa dulo, now because of this, nakatanggap ito ng halo-halong sentiment dahil may mga nagsasabing,
Okay na sa amin yung pagko-cosplay mo kay Jesus. Let's say that's a self-expression. But to mimic the Holy Mass by saying, "Thank you for coming to church," that's sacrilege. That's not an art.
at meron din namang nagsabi na it is just a form of expression. Sabi ni Gigi Guerrero, the Mass is not a costume party. The church is not a club. Sabi naman ni JV Ejercito, this is blasphemy. This disrespects my faith. Sabi naman ni Fonzie, your art isn't art because it disrespects people's belief. Sa kabila nito, meron din namang kumampi at nagtanggol kay Pura Luca Vega. Gaya ni Tito Mo, religious din naman ako. Pero di naman ako na-offend. I like the image of Christ praying, singing, dancing, and partying with a great crowd. If Christ walks among us, still I'd like to think He chills with us. Fast forward July 12, nag-post naman ang Philippine Drag Update ng statement ni Pura Luca Vega regarding the issue. Here, sinabi niya na hindi niya i-delete ito or ihihingi ng tawad dahil hindi umano niya inoo sa ibang tao na mag-explain pa. Bukod dito, sinabi din ni Pura Luca Vega,
To be honest, when I was doing that and people were singing that song,
Yeah.
it made me feel like it was kind of worship for me. But I really did that performance as a way for me to kind of heal the exclusion I have experienced as a Catholic, as a queer person. I was really happy that people know the lyrics of the song, and I hope that they understand the deeper meaning of the song.
so what are the things that we may be able to learn from this kind of situation? Number 1, boundaries are not meant to restrict you, but to protect you. We live in a religious country. And if you were able to watch the video, dalawa lang talaga ang maaaring mangyari. It's either you will appreciate it or be offended by it. Now, can we blame those who got offended? Of course not. Normal at valid ang mararamdaman nila. Dahil hindi na natin maiaalis sa bansa natin na maaaring talagang relihiyoso tayo. Kaya mahalaga din talaga na alam natin ang limitations natin. You can always find space wherein you can express yourself. We just need to be mindful and accountable to it. Remember that to be united is a great thing, but to respect the right to be different is maybe even greater. Number 2, blasphemy is a matter of intent. Hindi naman talaga malabong malilibelan ito na blasphemous act. Lalo na that we are just only basing it with videos that's circulated online. But blasphemy is a grave word to use, because for me, it would be blasphemous if an artist's intention is to offend or insult the religious sensibilities. But if their intentions is to explore religious ideas and just to express their faith diversely, then their work is not blasphemous. Remember that no religion is perfect, but all religions has the potential to inspire and guide individuals towards goodness and enlightenment. After all, religion is what guides us, but faith is the personal journey that sustains us. Number 3, God does not show favoritism or discrimination. Will it be okay if I quote the Bible from this? Sinabi doon na God shows no partiality, which means that God will judge everyone fairly according to their own actions and not according to their race, ethnicity, gender, social status, or religious beliefs. This passage is a reminder that God loves all people equally. Now, I am not playing self-righteous here. I might not understand the gospel in a real sense dahil iba-iba naman tayo ng paniniwala. And all I know is that we will all be judged by God. If this expression of faith didn't please God, then let God do the rest. Tandaan, hindi pa rin tayo ang Diyos para humusga. Real talk. Personally, I am not as brave as Pura to express their faith like how they did. But may I encourage those who will perform this kind of worship to be sensitive as well. This is also for your protection. I know that you are fighting for your freedom of expression. But how can you be truly free kung kapalit ng kalayaan na gusto nyo ay nakakaapak naman kayo ng iba? You know what? Because of this issue, I am just glad to know that we are not God. Remember that God is not confined to the walls of the church. He is present everywhere, and we can worship Him in our homes, in nature, or whenever our hearts find solace. Wala naman tayong kailangang patunayan sa isa't isa. After all, God looks into the depths of our hearts, not the outward forms of our worship.